Hello and good morning, everybody. Yes, my OBS. One of the reasons launched 10 minutes early is so OBS can get its head out of its ass. Um, but I was trying to load into my Twitch chat, which I generally don't have any problems with because, well, it's my Twitch account. I started typing, and it's like, "Hey, you need to log into your account," and I'm like, and of course, I have the two-factor authentication. So logging into anything is just a royal pain. Yes, I will always do it, but I'm gonna still bitch about it. Oh, so, and then and then there were a couple of small disconnects, but I don't worry about disconnects I when I'm loading up, because that's what that 10 minutes is for it to disconnect, reconnect, and find its footing in the world. Oh my goodness. So yesterday, and I can't show it all because, well, okay, well, it might be showing off anyway, but I got almost everything done. Working with the wireframes of a lot of the crochet sculptures I do, the wireframes hurt my fingers. So I think that might be one of the reasons I find a good supplier for the skeleton joints, the ball socket joints, because they're not pointy. So yesterday, after I closed down stream and had an epic battle with all of my stuff, I did get to the end of the page. This is as far as the page goes. So we got to the bottom part of the page. So now we're working on the inside of the ear. Today's goal was to get up to the top part of the inside of the ear. I think I can do it. It's that and or 3%. I would like to hit both, but I'd be happy with one or the other. So I am, and good morning, Dragon and Dast, and I'm pretty sure Jules is probably wandering somewhere in the shadows. So I make it no big secret that I buy a lot of my base materials off Temu. I also do this for a lot of my display. Mind you, I make a lot of my display things from repurposing and reusing and upcycling. I do that as much as I can, but there are some things I'm just not cool enough to make. One of them being uh blah, 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 cords, because I like to have lots of light when I'm using my tent, and I have a lot of little portable lights like this. They're cheap ass lights. Don't get me wrong. I would not depend on these lights if like I was in a life threatening situation. These are not the lights that I would go for. But well, not even these ones. But those are plug-in lights. But they're bright. They're bright lights. Like they're bright and they will light stuff up. And they're magnetic. But I just had five 10-foot cords delivered so I can start doing stuff like that. Oh, this is my favorite song. Ugh. And I'm still waking up. I've been getting great night's sleep. Like the past couple nights I haven't had to wake up to feed the wood stove, so I've been getting really good sleep. And it's just leaving me more tired. Does anybody else have this problem? Oh, so I should ultimately be like, Dast, do you want to be surprised with your present? Because I know I showed you the baby dragon. Everybody's seen the baby dragon. Do you want to be surprised with the final look see of your present, or do you want to see it? Because I have no problem showing it off to you, but I still have a couple more feathers to make, but I got her together last night. I I am not great at making choices. I know. Mind you, I don't go to bed till like 2 or 3 in the morning. Ugh. Um, that's why I like the 3 to 11 shift. And I go to bed at 2 or 3 in the morning. Husband creature gets home around 7. I kind of wake up. Well, once we get our schedules normalized and stabilized, I'll be going to bed earlier so that I can get up at 7 and we can walk the dogs. Um, but for right now, I'm just going wild and crazy. Well, I'm gonna wait because I have to sew. There are still two pieces I have to actually sew on, and then I still have some feathers to attach. But it's all together. Like, it is not a dainty creation either. Like, this phoenix is fucking huge. So, I love writing the descriptions in customs. uh, I got. Let's see. What else did I do yesterday? I did. I did get things cleaned, and organized, which is kind of impressive. I'm impressed with myself. Um, there's always more cleaning and more organizing that I could do, but for now, what I got done, I am pleased with. My house is at that awkward. It's almost too hot for this blanket that I'm wearing, but not quite hot enough for me to take it off. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Maybe I didn't get enough sleep. And I do know that there is such a thing as too much sleep, so. I'm so I didn't do too much of the digital stuff that I said I was gonna do yesterday. I did update Divine Instincts opener to something that I wanted a little bit more. Um Beyond that I didn't really do too much. Um I'm looking around to see like if I have anything really to talk about. I don't. Like I have no, I had a good day off. I didn't do anything too amazing. I fixed my Hogwarts in the background so it doesn't have a stick underneath one of its shelf brackets because I didn't level it properly. It's now level-ish. Um, I rearranged some things and I put some books away. But yeah, overall, that was very unexciting yesterday. I I get it. It's funny. I do plan on making I'm gonna tackle another round of the dragon, another dragon. Um, Not meadow though. I'm gonna try different wings and bits and pieces and whatnot for my show in March. And and I ordered the right size eyes. Meadow has smaller eyes than what the pattern called for. Meadow look is super cute, but I need to. I want to try with the appropriate sized eyes. Oh, talking about meadow dragons. I'm getting ready for the stream, and I hear a sound, and it literally sounded like it went bzz, phew, and it was right near my head, and I'm like, that sounds like a bug. It is January. It has been kind of cold. The fuck are bugs doing out? So I look over at my desk, and lo and behold, there's a bug. I look at it. It's on one of my bobbins, and I'm like, oh no. So I pick it up, I go to a window, and I put it on in between it's gonna freeze essentially. But I'm like, no, because it was a stink bug too, and I'm really hoping I don't have an outbreak of those because they're yucky. Ah, were you putting titles and were you putting information in them? Because yeah, that's. I'm like, oh yeah, here's a good idea for a channel, and I just put it there, and I don't fill in any of the information. That's gap of 2, 3. Is that a gap of 4? Yes, that is a gap of 4. So, what I'm this I haven't zoomed out too much. Um, but this little line, I'm, I know it goes up and down obviously because it's the inside of the ear. But I'm just trying to catch all the stragglers as I'm working up. Ah, cool. I was working like I have the just stitchin chat and I'll interact. I was playing with filters for that. Like there's a filter that I can make it scroll, and I thought about it. I did. I was like, oh well, I can just have it slow scrolling at the top because I know sometimes people are just not feeling chatty. Um, Actually, yeah, blah. I still don't know about Friday for streaming. Dast, I do have to work because my schedule changed. I'm gonna talk to you in Discord after stream to give you the lowdown on my on my existence because I still will have every other Friday off. It's just gonna swap off. Um, because with husband creature and I having the same weekends off, initially, um, I had the opposite weekend that his schedule held, and I was the one who had to swap. So I just had my on weekend. So I have the weekend off, and I can do Saturday this week, and then we can do 2 weeks in a row. If we can do a Saturday, then I'll have that next Friday off. It's just it's crazy. It's all the crazy, all of it. Mhm. And I mean the channel descriptions don't have to be anything amazing. Um, I do need to I need to get into the nuts and bolts and do some things too. It's just the spoons have not been there. But now that I got two really big projects done, I might be able to find some spoons. So I was doom scrolling TikTok yesterday, as I quite often do, and I I will be the first to tell you I love the wild, like the anime color hairs. I love the blues, the purples, the hot pinks. I love them. I would never do anything like that to my hair at its base level because my hair is dark and I like it. It's just it's a me thing. I don't want to bleach it. I don't want to because I watched my entire family just destroy their hair, and I already have many things against me and my hair, and it's like a security blanket for me. But scrolling TikTok, and one of the ads that they showed me was a hair clippy. It had the hair clippy on the back, but it had essentially just a ponytail of the color. And I don't, my hair's not very thick. I have a lot of hair, but it's very thin, fine hair. And I looked at that and I was like, I could do that. Like, I could have a hair clippy easily cover all of my hair. And I could have wild colored hairs. And my work doesn't oppose it. So I could do stuff like that. And I got super excited because I just might. I actually have quite a few wigs. Um, I just haven't had the opportunity to rock them. I support wigs. I will always. I know I've spoken of it before, but a lot of the ladies at the facility I work at are always just so self conscious. Like it's like no, if you want, except for one lady, and she was just amazing. But it's like if you want to wear a wig, wear a wig. There is no shame in a wig, and 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 if you're a person of color, weave it up, baby. But there's also nothing wrong with natural hair. I worked for a jazz singer, Rajulari Barnes, wonderful woman, phenomenal singer. But she spoke frequently about how people of color were often shamed for their hair and how it's okay to have your natural hair. Now, I wouldn't know how to work with it if you threatened my life. It's beautiful and I would love the opportunity, but it seems kind of rude to go, "Hey, can I touch your hair?" Um cuz it has more uh I, my hair falls apart. Like if I try to put my hair in a braid, it is so slippery because it's so fine that it just falls right apart. Like my hair is a nightmare to style. I tip my stylist when I actually go and get it styled. I tip them well because my hair is an asshole. It's straighter than a 2x4. You couldn't kiln dry a 2x4 straighter than my hair. Yay! But textured was the word I was looking for. I think I would do very well in learning how to style someone who had textured, thicker hair. Um, but because I'm so super girly. And where I here in Maine, like there's a demand for it. There's a demand for people who are comfortable with textured hair, but there's no one really here who know how to do it. And I hear stories of people losing their culture because they don't know how to deal with the hair. It is a cultural thing to have to deal with that level of hair care. And I know all of this because somehow I found my way onto to textured hair TikTok. I don't know how. I enjoy it. I enjoy it 130,000%. But I don't know how I found my way there. I blame Jules. Jules is how I found my way on hair TikTok. Hair talk. I'm sure that's what it's called too. But uh, so Wednesday I have off. Definitely not going to be here tomorrow. But I will be here on Thursday for long stream for Captain Penis. Cause you're the beautiful hair person here. I mean, there are worse things to be blamed for. You guys would all be super proud of me. So, I do have the ADHD compulsive spending issue. I absolutely do. Never going to deny it. Um, how I curb it is funny enough, it is in fact places like Timu that allow me to curb my compulsive spending. And if it gets the better of me, Timu also allows me to get a lot without spending a lot. Um, but I like to just put things in my cart, and then they're like, "Hey, buy this. We'll send you X, Y, Z," and then I'm like, "No, you won't, you liars." But I leave it on my list, and that's how I curb it. Is it's just nice. Like I do it with Amazon too. Amazon, I have wish lists. Um, but like if you've ever gotten mail from me, you know there are stickers in there. That was a Timu impulse buy. I think I forgot stickers and dragons though. Like when I find them and when they're like sitting on my desk of, hey, when you ship something, send these. That's what that is I accidentally hit buy on some Timu things and I got a fuck ton of stickers. And I mean it wasn't accidental. Yes, yes. I also have like cute little knickknacks that when I ship stuff out that I'm like, okay, these are cute. I don't really want to I don't want to go any further with them, but I can't like I just can't keep them. So I always put little things in what I ship out. I think I confuse normal people when I send it out like that, but it's okay. They can be confused. I'll watch out the French. So you want two little French ladies after you? I gotta see. Gotta see where I'm heading here. Ooh, I'm almost at the top. Well, I have 20 lines before I hit the top of the ear, but almost there. And then I get to go back down. So after stream today, since I do have to work today, boo. Um, I'm gonna sew the pinned on parts of the phoenix, and I'm gonna try to whip through the last big tail feather because again the wire frames on these things are hard on my fingers. Oh, yay! But yeah, I'm gonna try to whip through a large ass tail feather, which I'm already like halfway done. I just need to finish it, and then get all the big butt tail feathers on, cause they're big. They're support tail feathers. In all fairness, the phoenix was my first big sculpture. Yes, I've gotten other ones done, but I wanted to make sure that I was doing the phoenix correctly so that Dast would have a quality present. Um, that the other like all of my other sculptures have literally been practice for the phoenix. Everything else that I have done was practice to make sure that I was good enough to make the phoenix come out how I wanted it to, and it has. It absolutely has, and it's beautiful. And I hope Dast will like it when she gets. Oh yeah. I I also like for me it's I just that's the hardest part of my ADHD is my executive function. Um, it's I want to do all of the things, and I'm getting better about like sharing with what I want to have done and what I need to get done. I've come a very long way, and I'm getting better at asking for help. And Dragon's just really good at being like, okay, so this is gonna get done. And we are taking this from you. I got a reminder from my Go Imagine page that I need to work on. That hey, you haven't been here in a while, and that's like other than my Shopify, the Go Imagine is my Etsy. I need to I want to get it set up so I can because it Go Imagine is more for handmade products. I use my Shopify for things that I can just replicate, like the baby dragons. Baby dragons are on my Shopify because I have two stock versions or reach out customize. Talk to me will customize. But Shopify is not great for okay, I want to have this part be this and this part be that because it just creates so many different variants that it's frustrating. Um, but like my art, I can put on Shopify because there's only one of them. There will never be another one. My Ada cloth is also good for Shopify because I can just say, "Hey, this is hand dyed. It's gonna show. This is the pattern that it's gonna be. This is showing up." So, but for like the meadow dragons and other handmade things that I can I can do essentially a pre-order for, I need more flexibility. But first, but first, I need to get it out there. And it's a slow, curvy path, but all the cleaning and organizing I've been doing is leading me to my digital space. So, because I need to take pictures. And in order to take pictures, I need a flat surface. I need a flat surface with a lot of light, which I have now. And I know Dragon, but I try not to burden people too much. Like because a lot of these things are just because I didn't manage my time very well. Mm-mm-mm. I spent more time than I really needed to making sure that this display area was all secured because yesterday some of the wing nuts were loose and it was just flailing all over the place, making it very uncomfortable to just try to cross stitch. Period. So today I have it all stabilized in its place, and I'm not moving it. Nice. Well, and that's a good thing as well. Like um I with husband creature working nights, I obviously I one our schedules are still like wonky ass because he's still taking classes for work. Um, Tomorrow's his last class. Then we get to stabilize. Um, but I might push the stream back an hour. I don't know. Um, but I might pull. No, I don't think I'll pull it forward an hour. I am barely functioning as it is. But our general goal is uh is to be able to walk the dogs, spend some time with each other, and then he gets some sleep, and then while I'm at work, kind of thing, and I get some sleep while he's at work. And I feel that, Dragon. Like I love I love having the opportunity. Like, I had a lot of crafts planning on getting finished yesterday. Did I get them all done? No, but I got a lot of other stuff done. I am actually hoping to crochet a little bit today. Um, ah, got my finger stuck. Like, I got kind of can't actually see too great my picture, but I got some masks hung up. Mm, they've been just migrating around my room, because they're not as sturdy as my masks. They're just they're lace. So I was like, what can I do with these? And I found an answer. Not a permanent answer, but I'm pondering whether or not I should move my facing, because I am very close to the tippy top. Oh, and this weekend, I'm gonna do my taxes. I know, all you non-Americans out there who get your taxes done by your government. I get to do my taxes this weekend. I could have done mine earlier. Um, I just no, just no. Um, but that's all I had for that is it's just no. I have all the paperwork available. Um, between the property taxes and the interest payments and all that happy horse shit. I have I have all of that stuff, and I'm just not looking forward to it. But I also, whatever I get for a tax return goes into buying firewood for the year. So except for a couple that I'm not 100% sure I'm going to get too much back because well, um I'm not cool enough to get a whole lot of money. I think I got like $200 back last year. And it was back when I was getting like before 2016, I would get almost a grand back. I would use my tax return. I would put away enough for wood, and then I would have like $100 left over to have fun with. Oh, what's going on? Who's calling me? No one I want to talk to. So someone from Georgia's calling me. Best not be Dragon. I'm hanging up on you. If it was you, Dragon, I hung up on Georgia. Don't you have a California number? If I recall correctly. Yeah. I have to go yell at a bird. And squirrel. Yells at squirrels. There are two monstrous squirrels on my empty bird feeders, and a woodpecker pecking at the side of my feeders, and a woodpecker pecking at the side of my bird feeders. So, as long as it's not too horribly cold after stream, I'll remedy that problem. Jules, drugs. Like I'm talking the drugs that you sassed at me. Said no way in hell. I'm telling you, CBD, not THC, CBD. THC makes all of my nerves light on fire. So I will never be like, oh yeah, it might work for you. It might work for you. But for me, it lights me all on fire. So, CBD. It doesn't give you a high. And it takes all the owies go bye-bye. The little old ladies here take it. Well, we cannot encourage them. We cannot give it to them. But if they go out with their family and they get a dose and they come back and they're happy, we can't. Little old ladies are doing it. This is not the drug peer pressure that I thought I would be giving to people. Do you not want to be in pain? Drugs! Well, actually, that's kind of fair. Well, he's not the one in pain, is it? Is he? I love Husband Creature. Don't get me wrong. I love him to bits. I would eat souls and faces for that man. But if I was ever in pain and he went, "Well, I don't like this for you," and I hadn't had the opportunity to try. I'm not a fun person when I'm in pain. I'm not a fun person when I'm in pain beyond my normal scope of owies. Um I would eat his soul. Because I have this running philosophy in life. And people can take it or leave it. That's part of my philosophy. But if it works for you and it is not stupidly illegal, or it doesn't hurt anybody else, and you're not hurting anybody else, again, help yourself without harming others, and help others without harming yourself, kind of thing. If it works for you, no one has the right to tell you no. Like, I have like 3 or 4 little old ladies currently on some really, 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 let me look at the camera, really big painkillers, specifically the one that starts with an F and terrifies everybody, including myself. But it's seeming to work for them. So I'm not a deity, and if I am, who has a fucking sense of humor? We need to talk about senses of humor if I'm a deity. But I mean, she has a patch, and the first couple, I mean, they go on for 72 hours, and they're slow release. And that first day, she's doing great. That first day, by the end of the 3rd day, it's tapering off. But that first day, but it's also like the amount of security we have to go through for the, and there are two there's the patch, and then there's oh, I knocked an ornament. I was catching movement out of my eye. And then there's another one, and they're both scheduled 2s. No, they're narcotics. They are narcotics. There we go. I have to sign a book. Once I take those cart keys, you can die in a car fire unless you're going to sign off to the cart keys. I do not give those cart keys up. I do not. The answer is no. It's like, here, guard this. This is essentially what I get, but I kind of have like a view on Portugal. In Portugal, there are no illegal drugs in Portugal. There are actually controlled facilities where if you have a substance abuse problem, you can go to these facilities and get your fix in a safe, clean, sterile environment. And you know what? Portugal doesn't have a huge drug problem because it's not taboo. It's not, you're not told, no, you can't do this. And if you do have this issue, you're not going to die from something else. I totally do. I get, I'm not, that's how I like, okay, so when I get drunk, in person when I get drunk, as long as it's like, the rum is the one that makes me giggle. Wine and cider put me to sleep, but rum and vodka make me giggle. And I can, other than cider, I have to have distilled liquor, because of the celiacs. But I also like keeping my liver in good shape so I can handle everything else. I say if it takes the pain away, and that's why it's complicated, because sometimes, and you guys, I know all of you watching already know this, sometimes the pain that it's taking away is the emotional pain. And I believe, and I stand firm with so many people who are like, drugs aren't the problem. It's the trauma that someone goes through. It's the self-medication. It's the improper diagnosis. This is a hill I will die on. Substance abuse disorder is so much deeper than the drug that they are using to medicate themselves. And at least American society is not ready for that depth of emotion. I'd be willing to learn Portuguese. I know enough Spanish, I could probably trip through Portuguese. Portuguesa. Okay. I'm trying to make decisions. Good luck. It's time for decision making. La, 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 la. Okay, I think we can do that. So, much like when I got up to the top of this, see. Like much when I got up to, I did that line across. I'm getting ready to do that here. Is that base line across so that I can see where I'm at, yo. But yeah, I could talk for hours and days about substance abuse and how it's horribly misunderstood. Now, another hill I will die on is it does, and you guys have heard me say this, it starts with a choice. Yes, it is an issue and it becomes an illness, but it starts with a choice. My diabetes didn't start with a choice. I did not choose to have diabetes. Epilepsy did not start with a choice. Depression, anxiety, ADHD, and autism do not start with choices. People do not choose to have their brains wired like this. Addiction and substance abuse, while it's already pre-programmed in your brain, trust me, demon I deal with on a daily basis. It starts with a choice to indulge it. And that is the key difference in my brain between depression, bipolar, all the other mental health issues, and substance abuse. It starts with a choice. It's like literally the one issue that you can choose to have. Or not. But I support people who are going through whatever stage you're in, like oh, why can't I remember his name? I love him so much. Spencer. He's been sober. Like, I mean, I didn't get introduced to his content until he had been 2 months. Or no, not 2 months. 2 years. 2 years sober. And 2 months, 2 days, 2 hours. It's all, yeah. And yeah. Oh, as I'm sure you can tell, I'm very passionate about that. I have a lot of friends who are going through the path of sobriety. And I need people to know that you're not alone. And I support anybody going through whatever path of sobriety, however it is. Like, I have friends who have the self-harm. 1 day, 1 hour, it doesn't matter. On your path of healing. 6. Okay, I got 6. Now I need to do another 9. 9. Oh, it's snowing. Sky drugs. Yeah, we're supposed to get snow squalls today. We have an Arctic clipper coming through, and it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a fast cold. It's like supposed to like gut punch us and then just leave like nothing happened. Whew, it's 11 or 12 for Jules, or 8 for anybody who's watching on the West Coast, or it is way too early in the morning, so Hutchie better not be lurking. Okay, I've been pondering this for a while. I need a contest to run beyond presents. Like, I love giving stuff away, don't get me wrong, but I want to have like a year-long kind of thing, like I was thinking like everybody who's won presents, but there's only like 3 people who ever enter presents. So and then thinking about like an appropriate prize for it. Okay, so we're gonna go back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you are totally willing to wait the span of time that Captain Peanut, like, that's kind of like Jules with Rainbow Infinity, is was willing to wait the time, like, and I feel bad that it takes so long, but it's fucking huge. Like, both of these guys, I dread when I put them on the bigger stretcher bars because it's going to be a lot. Like their first row is easy, but after that they get a bigger set of bars. I love being able to make presents for people, and yes, a lot of them are firsts, and I'm very judgy about my stuff. Um, cross stitch, I got cross stitch. Like I am probably unnecessarily cocky about my cross stitch. Like the one area in all of the things that I can do in my life, cross stitch, I got this. Most embroidery, I should say most embroidery. I'm like, yeah, I got this. No bigs. I love Jules in the background going, yeah, that's right, Rainbow Infinity, bitches. Oh, that's kind of cool. I love snow squalls because it goes from 0 to like blizzard in 5 seconds, and then 10 minutes later it's done. Get one in green. It's kind of like with Buffalo Woman. I intend on donating Buffalo Woman to a reputable Lakota organization. I'm going to keep her for a few years because I worked on her for 5. But her end goal, because I'm going to have other massive cross stitches, her end goal is to go to her people. You change that water filter, Jules. You change it. Let's see how many things I can make sound dirty today. In preparation for Captain Peanuts. Skip 3. Skip 2 and 1. Skip 1. And then we are all fantastic feature. So do you hear him talking when he asks that, or is it just me that gets to hear him? Because if that's the case, I'm turning off the voices. Okay. Turning off his voices. Can't do it right now, but the voices are going away.
My mind is like a hive. The thoughts intrusive are just bees buzzing to stay alive, distracted and elusive.
That's
They
wrong.
collide within my mind, and I struggle to think with my thoughts in a bind, and I push to the brink of insanity. Lost in thought, I wander down a path to my inner world. The complexity leads me to ponder, and the depths of my emotions swirl. Though the bees can get overwhelming, the inspiration they mold in their buzzing I find compelling.
You know, I had some of them on. I thought I renamed some of them like hydrate feature. Like I didn't have I took the Pando ones and I tried to rename them to feature.
You will never understand that this is my norm, and I have chosen to embrace.
Okay, there we go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as we are working our way upwards, I'm doing the very big top of the ear. Skip 1, 2. Okay. Delicious.
New wave of power arises. From the ashes, new heroes born. An emergence of hope upon the horizon. A sense of victory at the break of dawn.
Nope. Oops. Okay. I highlighted something that I hadn't done yet, so let's get it accomplished. Let's fulfill the order. We have 3 lines until we have reached the top of the ear. Top of the inside of the ear, I should say. Yes, I did. I wrote that down. Jules is at 15 and Dan is still at 34. I think he did it for Mama. So I'm gonna humor it for now. I'm very torn. Cause not gonna lie, I do have a lot of feelings on the matter. I just am trying to make sure that they are the right feelings. Because I'm not great at feeling feelings. So I have to think about them. And I'll share that with people is I'm not great at feelings. I try real hard, but they sometimes they're just complicated. Woohoo! Okay. We got 2 lines to go. 2 lines to the top of the ear. And then we have a little celebration. Celebrate good times. Come on. Wow. And we're almost at 3%. I do feel 10% is a safe goal to aim for.
Something quite absurd. We shall go the distance. We will not go unheard. Hold us down and torture. You barely said a word. But now the time has come. We will not go unheard. Ask now for forgiveness. Our wrath you have incurred. Stand aside and witness. We will not go unheard.
So, after this big color is done, we got black or we got 939. And I'll have to see which one's easier to access. I think it's going to be 939 cuz so this is the page. Let me get so roughly this entire corner here is all black. And then there's a spot down here that's all black. And obviously there are the little smaller intermixed colors as we go that create like the shading like this here. But there's like 3 massive colors. And that's it. Yeah, skip one. Oh, so before I stream, I'm generally like I'm either taking my class, which I need to work on, or I'm scrolling TikTok, Facebook, um, YouTube, the reels, the shorts, or the TikToks. Um, and on YouTube, there is uh, this glorious young lady, or she could be. I'm bad with age, but there's glorious lady, who gives like fashion tips, and and she names her articles of clothing like her vintage belts and her corsets and whatnot, and I like her pacing, and I love her accent. I don't know where it's from, but I love her accent and I love her pacing, and it's just so much fun to watch. And I got a stream of her videos this morning, so it was fun. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Um, I don't know all like I don't know her full name, but it's Andrea's Fashion something, and she's just great. She's very lithe. Oh, the winds today. Okay, so we got this is the last big line, I think. Yep, last big line. There's like 2 lines above this that have a total of 3 stitches. So I don't really call them lines. The wolf is officially on the page in a shape that we can at least tell it's something. Woohoo! Have it, haven't you been going for 12 days? Okay. There, we've reached the top. Let's see. And we reached 3%. Hit both the mini goals for today. We're at 3%, and we reached the top of the year. Woo woo! So, there's the downward motion of the the inside of the ear, but there's also like a little slice on the inside too of this color, which is what we're going to be working on. But I'm going to celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. I hit 3%. I hit my monthly goal before the month end. Though this is the last day that I'll be working on this project for this month. So, woo woo. I don't know what I set for Captain Penis for this month. I think it was 1.5, maybe, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. But ooh, ooh, I hit a goal. Oh, I hit a goal. Oh. Pixie wants her butt scratched. This this episode has been brought to you by Pixie and the butt scritches. Sounds like a band. Pixie and the butt scritches. You're a good girl. I know. Wag wag. Wag 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 is the response. I don't have any food for you. There's no food here. Okay. Okay, so we got 6. Two, 3, 4, 5. Counted 6 in my brain. There. There's 6. All that work to add 1 stitch on. And yes. I should just get my whip tool out. Every time I open up my box and I see my threading tool that I had specifically because filament sucks, I think neither of these projects have filament and my life is blessed. And it was intentional. Because I could have gotten the mini. Could have gotten the mini version of Divine Instinct, significantly smaller, but it had filament, and I said, "Fuck that." So here we are, doing the big one. Okay, so we hit 3% and we hit the top of the year. So mini goals accomplished, and I don't have. I'm not even gonna bother setting one. We'll get to where we get. I got half an hour. And this one. That's fun. Oh, what's going on? I get that. So here's a weird yarn question. Can you put it in a dainty bag and wash it in like a hand cycle wash? Because I know that's how I keep my bras from getting tangled, is a dainty bag. And maybe just like put an elastic around it so it doesn't have the opportunity to poof. Because I've been thinking about that with the Phoenix. I'm gonna Scotch guard the Phoenix because it was hand dyed. Like it was my first experiment with dyeing yarn, which actually I might do that today. I might set some of that up. But it was my first experience with dyeing yarn, and I want it to maintain its color, so I'm gonna Scotch guard it. But well, okay, I'm gonna have to do. I have plenty of yarn, and I have an unhealthy obsession with undoing knots. So if the dainty bag keeps it out of a knot, I'll tell you. And if it's an awful disaster, I'll tell you, and then I'll sit with glee and work on a knot for 12 hours. It's there's no losing for me, so I'll experiment. If someone else already knew the answer. I have a jumbo skein of white that I could test with. And again, so instead of 12 hours, a week-long knot. I have stupid amounts of white yarn. Rob's grandmother liked to crochet. Like, I'm gonna make pretty colors. So I don't mind getting white yarn. I'll pick up white yarn like nobody's business. And as I was talking about the jumbo skein of white yarn, I looked over and it's right within sight of the tote that it's in. So probably not something I will do today. Maybe this weekend. Just changing pieces of string right now, and apparently my brain is like derpy doopy 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 doop. That is actual sound inside my head. Let's see. Oh, I haven't hit one goal of my generally my basic level goals. I've only done 176 stitches. I've not even hit 200 yet. So that is one goal I have yet to hit. And I will. I have a sneaking suspicion next time I hit the check mark I'll be over 200. But just kind of surprised I didn't hit it yet. Sometimes complicated needs to happen. There, I'm over 200. So, the end of the page is right here, and I'm working in that like it goes. It's a steeper drop than this one. It goes, whoo, and then it both of these lines go into the next page. But that is not what I'm. That's not where I want to start. Oh my goodness. Ugh. My next round of wires that I need to buy are USB cable extenders. Because having a nice long USB cable is nice, but sometimes the devices just need extenders. So I need to buy 2 or 3 more of those so I can organize stuff. Okay, 1. a lot of my downtime has simply been taking one spot, and it takes forever, or one drawer, and just organizing it. And it's taking me forever, but it's all I got energy for these days. Okay, three. But I definitely notice clean changes, I should say. It's not like, oh my goodness, but I notice the change. What I'm dreading, what I'm absolutely dreading, is I have my My Little Pony collection that right now is just disastrous because it got so dusty. And I know how to tend and take care of the My Little Ponies. That's not a huge deal. It's just I have so many of them. They all get they all get a very light spritz bath and a wipe down, but it's just so many of them. Two, skip one and two. One last. I would be tickled. I would be tickled if I got this arch down to the side. Not 100% sure it's gonna happen, but it could. Just like yesterday. Yesterday, it was so frustrating because I thought I had more than I did, and I would have just stayed on for the 3 rows that I had. But yeah, right after I shut the stream down, I was like, oh, I only have 6 stitches, and yeah. Have fun at PT. I know it's personal torture, but you got this. And thank you for your time, Dragon. One lesson to the end. Everybody remember, tomorrow's Work in Progress Wednesday. I want to see pictures of what you're doing. Oh my goodness. my goodness. Oh my goodness. uh, sorry. I sent, I sent, you know, I, sometimes you just have to take a deep breath and go, okay, if it makes you happy, if it makes you happy. Almost to the edge. I'm almost to the edge of the page. If it brings her joy, like, okay. And you know the truth behind, you know the truth of the PJs. My PJs are t-shirts that don't, like, at work I wear fitted t-shirts. Um, um, I don't have a whole, just from my experience in healthcare, I don't wear dangly things. I don't wear easily grabbable things, and it's not that I think any of the residents will do any sort of thing like that to me. It's just I've been in healthcare for so long, so my pajamas are my t-shirts that are a little bit baggier, um, and that's how we roll, you know. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I just put on black PJ pants. Not gonna lie, some of my go out of the house pants are just black cotton PJ pants. I mean, I mean, right now I have my Snoopy fluffy pants on. I would not leave the house in those. Um, but oh, oh, Mhm. Oh my. I, if I had to go to the bus stop, that's not really leaving. Like my definition of leaving the house is weird. Like if I have to just like go through a drive-through or just hey, you need this, I will go out in my fluffy pants. But well, you're standing up for. I was gonna say you're standing up for your kid's education. He better be calling every parent. Oh yeah, yeah. I've. Those are all perfectly acceptable places that I would also wear my Snoopy pants. On stream is also a place where I wear my Snoopy pants. Mostly because you guys don't see my pants, but mhm. With it being so windy, I worry about the trash can because it was trash day. Trash cans across the street. Luckily, I can see the trash can from my window. So as long as it's not running away, I will round it up if it starts to run away. But if not, it can wait for husband creature. I, funny enough, I can't either. So what about Saturday, Dad? Because my schedule got shenanigans. Okay, I'll get back to you more on the time. But with Saturday, I think husband creature's going to a friend's house, so I have all day. Free. Oh. Mm-hmm. It's funny. I'm so close to the edge of the page, but the line it keeps going down a little bit. So I don't know if I don't think we're gonna hit the end of the line. Oh yeah. Even if it is just by the seat of our pants last minute, we'll figure it out. think after I get this color, I'll be able to fill in a few of the smaller ones to get some variety going. I already have so much I have to do today. And work. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this line goes all the way down to the bottom here, so it skims out. Like in the next couple lines it turns into like just one or two stitches, but yeah, it skims out quite a bit. Three. It's so funny that it's so close to the edge of the page. So close, yet not there. Oh, I think husband creature just woke up. I hear tail wagging. Yep, I heard the sigh of husband creature. He is awake. I think it was German assisted awakeness. I know it's a little early, but A, my string is running out, and B, I've hit all my goals today, so I'm cool with ending a little early. Let me finish this line, do all my highlighting, and then I'll give my stats, and then I'm going to call it a little bit early today. Okay. So, that was interesting. Okay. So, today we started out at 2.93%. My goal was 3% for the month of January. We hit that goal. We are currently sitting at 3.04%. Woo woo! We did 284 stitches today. Not 300. I'll be okay. And Divine is in the picture. That is the ear of the wolf. That is how big this creature is. That is just the tip of his ear. Like the start of his forehead is a little bit further down here. Yeah, his ear goes down like another page. Um, so, but he's made his appearance. But I'm gonna call it. Remember, be kind to yourself without harming others, and be kind to others without harming yourself. Drink your water, take your meds. I will be back on Thursday at 9 a.m., 9 to noon, with Call Dance Dionysus, or as we all love to call him, Captain Penis. And until then, if you need me, you know where I'm lurking. And I love y'all. Thank you for the gift of your time.